your best friend. You are listening to The Competitor's Brain. This is Lauren Fox, and this is episode number 54. And I realize it's been a minute since I have recorded one of these, and it's been a little bit crazy with the start of summer. And kind of easy for me when I do these things to get a little bit down on myself, and more accurately when I don't do them. And taking the zero is way easier to take the zero the next day. So I guess first and foremost, I'd advise you not to do that. Don't take the zero, because once you have a streak, it's easier to keep the streak. But this one goes to a video that Mookie Betts posted, I believe, to his Instagram, but it was also on something called Sweet Spot Hitting. And he's mic'd up during a round of batting practice. And there are a few things that happen during the round. One is he kind of announces to himself his intention for the next swing before he takes the swing. What that does is it allows you to paint a visual picture. And it's way easier to kind of paint within the lines and follow that template of the visual picture that you've given yourself. So, if it's fastball away, I'm going to go with it. It's easier to do that than just kind of guessing where the pitch is. And even if the split second when you see the ball coming out, you're able to paint that picture in your head or utter something under your breath or have just a cue go through your brain, you'll be in a much better spot than you would if you're just kind of guessing and doing a thing. So that verbal cue, and I've talked about this with some of the hitters that I've worked with over the years, the verbal cue or that mental cue of what you're going to do with the pitch can really make a big difference. Now, something like that is going to require a lot of practice, and it's the tee work where you're working on hitting a ball that's not moving, that's located in a certain part of the strike zone, and doing a certain thing with it. Well, if you are able to do that over and over again and honestly appraise yourself, that will make you a better hitter. So I guess one is it's that verbal cue and the honest self-appraisal. Now, where the self-appraisal comes in on the other side of things is how we can all be and how we can be difficult with each other and with ourselves, and mostly with ourselves. So this is why this one is called Your Best Friend. We tend to talk to each other a lot and not each other. We tend to talk to ourselves a lot as if we're talking to an enemy. We're not generally kind to ourselves. And we generally will talk to ourselves while we're hitting as if we're talking to somebody that we don't particularly like. That sucked. What am I doing? Why am I even playing this game? Mookie Betts in the video that I referred to earlier says, that wasn't so good. He doesn't say that sucked. He just says that wasn't so good. It's that kind of positive reinforcement or non-negative reinforcement. He says attaboy to himself. That's another thing that is kind of being kind to himself. And this is a guy who's in the major leagues. He hit 346 one year. He's one of the best hitters in the major leagues. Unfortunately, he's going to be down for a little bit with a broken hand, which as a baseball fan, I absolutely hate. But you look at how he speaks to himself, it's different than how the rest of us speak to ourselves. So today, whether you're making a sales call at work, whether you're practicing basketball and free throws, whether you're hitting off a tee practicing for baseball, whether you're throwing a bullpen, be gentle on yourself. Talk to yourself like you would talk to a close friend. Be encouraging. Be positive, because it can be really difficult to perform when the voice in your head is saying, that was awful, and the next one, well, that was awful too. You're not going to want to go back and keep practicing. But if you can give yourself those little positive bits of reinforcement, you're going to turn into a much better hitter or whatever it is, because you're going to want to keep coming back, and you can change that yourself.